Hello, my name is Unimportant. I'm here to attempt to define sensory issues in general. Before I begin, it should be said that I am, as the channel name says, just one person, so I can't speak for everyone. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started. Often people assume that sensory issues are directly correlated with autism, that all autistic people experience sensory issues and that everyone that experiences sensory issues is autistic. And while this is true for a lot of people, there are also a lot of people that it isn't true for. Another common misconception about sensory issues is that everyone who experiences them experiences the exact same thing. In reality, sensory issues is more of an umbrella term that fits in with a lot of different issues people can experience. The type of sensory issues that people most commonly associate with sensory issues are sensory avoiders. These are people who the normal amount of sensory input is too much for them. Things are too loud, too bright, too chaotic. It's just too much. These people are only half of actual people experiencing sensory issues. While they do exist and are quite common, they aren't the only people that experience sensory issues. The other half are what's called sensory seekers. They don't get enough input from the world itself. So when things are too quiet for them, they end up tapping things for no reason just to make noise. They don't get enough input of movement, so they can't sit still. They kick stuff under the chairs. They pace when they're listening to people. Some people, like myself, can be a mixture of both. In some areas, they need more input, and in some, they can't cope with it. In my case, I'm a sensory avoider when it comes to noise, and a sensory seeker when it comes to motion. This particular combination can cause many problems in situations like school, because people are loud and you're meant to sit still and just focus. Though in my case it's difficult to focus when I'm sitting still. That's all I can really be qualified to comment on, because that's all that I've experienced. There is more, so I would suggest you go research more, but that is all I can say myself. If you want to hear more on this specific subject from me, then subscribe and hit the bell button, because then you'll get notified when I upload more videos. If I remember to do that. If you enjoyed hearing me talk about this type of thing, then like the video so YouTube will know that you liked this video.